And we're back. This was the first session we had. Yeah, not much to say. Sample size pretty small, of course. To say something about a graph. But we will see how my game will play out. I don't know how many hands we will play. Generally, recording, but yeah, maybe we get a quite nice sample size to say something about the graph. Random number generator. Okay. Let's see. King 8. Standard fold for me. Kill limbs. Okay. That's strange. I don't think... Well, to me it's pretty obvious. I like to fold this hand, but to reconsider King 9, I don't like the call at all, to be honest. I think when we see stats like this and he's limping, I think he might 3-bet quite often. Because he tends not to be a weak player, so he might get a bit fancy. And we don't want King 9 in those situations. Ace 4, I kinda go with the call. I think 3-betting is not wrong. Maybe 3-betting like 15%. Okay. We have no stats, so I think folding is also not bad. So yeah, we have not a great kicker. But yeah, if he calls here, it's kind of weird to call this hand, to be honest. But I don't feel like we can't fold already on the flop. So we might see some turn what is happening. I might fold the turn because his range is obviously stronger than the big blind range, I would say. And I don't see a reason to bet here, to be honest. He might even bet King here. I don't. But yeah, we block pretty much. We block the aces of the ace, of course. Because we have one ace. Yeah, I don't know what I wanna say right now, to be honest. I don't like to bet here. It's kinda like it might be okay even to bet. I think it's okay to bet here, but it's a weird spot when he checks the turn. I think the check or bet, I think both is okay. If we bet here though, I would, let's see the pot size. Okay, 369. If we bet the river, what we maybe betting like 240. I don't know why he's making it at 4. And our fold might be a bit too tight, but I don't know why he's 4xing pre-flop. Standard fold. Ace, 8, ace. 8, ace, 8. I don't think we need to protect king high on this spot texture often. And calling is fine, I would say, pretty much often enough. Well, not on this spot texture though. He might not bluff that often on that spot texture. He might has the ace a pretty often amount of the time, so maybe calling here to to 15%. Yeah, he's not bluffing often there, I would say. And queen 9, check 9. We fold. It seems pretty tight, so yeah. I still don't feel really confident at that stake. At the moment, I'm a bit rusty in cash game, to be honest. I was playing a lot MTTs this year, so kinda getting back at cash. And then the 9-9 with no spade, he checks. Yeah, I think betting here. He might check raise at this bet size more often, but I think it's fine. We can fold to the check raise. Here we just fold. On the button. So I still don't like the call. Maybe calling it like 8% of the time. I don't like the call at all. So what we call let's see, the flop and no clubs. So, and here we call a standard fold, I would say. Ooh, and we have bottom and top pair. He's betting pretty smallish, kinda small on this board. So check raising is pretty good option for our hand. And calling, I think, is not a great play at this bet size from him. So I would pretty much always check raise there. Here we have I like checking here. We don't have a great kicker and we definitely don't wanna see maybe a check raise from him or a raise from him. And we can comfortably call the turn, but I don't like the river bet at all. He probably has a better kicker than us. Okay, and I would say he would bluff the river also often. Mm-hmm. 8-10 on the button. If he would be a loose player, I would be inclined to call it. And if we would have more stats on him, we might raise 3-bet it, because we might get squeezed often from him. But only when the weak player, or at least his kind of weak stack, if he is pretty loose. So, but we don't really have stats on him. The stats show up, by the way, at 33 hands. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Kinda weak stack size. We open raise the queen 5. In the big blind. I don't like betting here that often. We kinda struggle a lot versus his check raises. And this here might be a fine bet. Betting this queen is pretty much fitting our range. King check, king queen, ace queen, queen check. No, queen check we would be inclined to bet even on the flop. But maybe not that often too. So I think betting the river is fine. I'm talking a bit quiet because my brother was going to sleep, and yeah, just want to be a bit more quiet. Okay, we blocked the ace of diamonds, so like we have the 5, but I don't want to scare him off. Yeah, I would bet here too, like not big, and here we gonna make it like 15. Might be a bit too small, to be honest. And the 9-9. So when he's calling on the button, just behind, I give him often like pocket pairs. We're gonna double barrel. River jam I don't like. To be honest, but we might, because our stake size, because the pot was pretty big, or would be pretty big already on the turn. So this is why we might be don't having as much fold equity. On the other hand, I think just cause we 3-barrel and we made the pot size pretty like stack to pot is pretty under 1. He might think we're charging him up. So yeah, it's kind of weird playing here this hand and talking about the last one. Can't focus on both really. But yeah, we get the queen on the river, so I might donking here, might be okay, but if he raises we have to fold, and he might even have a lot of bluffing stuff here. So here we have pretty much the nuts. Nearly, not really. We pretty much have the shittiest straight I recognized. So if you bet some, might be folding him. So he checks. I definitely don't wanna call a raise from his side. So we look for a sizing where he calls three of a kind, maybe two pair. I don't really think this bet is great, to be honest. Checking back might be even okay. He folds. Cause the 9 would make the straight. We don't have that. We pretty much turned it in a bluff, kinda. Five, six. How did I cut in this hand? He limped. You mean open raised? Oh, I'm in the big blinds, I think. So, yeah, he's betting often on the button, I would say. But this call, I'm not really that big fan of this because of the draw, and of course because it's not that great, this pair. So we don't get to play heads up here, maybe. Here we're kinda deep. Checking is also fine, of course, 7-10 suited. Yeah, this board. We are deep, so like overbetting is not even that bad. So I don't know much about him, so we make a standard bet just not to look weak. Here. And we bet, we have ace high, we could check it down, but yeah, let's check it down, we are heads up, so. I don't see worse hands calling here, often. So we check here. Here we fold ace 9. But check raising is not even that bad, to be honest. Like, not big. queen 6, okay. Yeah. So he plays bit shit. So here we time out or fold before bit. So I need to try to get more focus on the tables. Because what happened there? So, bets. Yeah, I think we would have needed to call the turn. I still think he's betting too much shit still on the turn when we check the flop. So we should have called there, definitely, I would say. Yeah. To a quarter pot bet. So he is limping a lot. So they check 2 times. Yeah, a thin value bet. King Queen, he calls. Pretty much. I don't like to 2-barrel if he calls the flop. And we just give up this hand. This is completely not in our range. So what happened here? I don't know. What the... I'm a bit sleepy. Let's see. Just trying to check it down, or to check it down, hopefully. And the king 8 we call to remain open raise. King of club. So we're blocking a great bluff hand, bluff card in his range. So might just check fold. Okay. Big pot, top right. Okay. Not straight versus second, or nearly versus third straight with flush draw, and third straight we'll make it 4 versus the limb. Oops. So wow, this was a big pot, 400 pp. Okay. The min raise. Well, with this Texas I like the min raise, but the fact that he had a smart stack give him the fishy note, and he was raising there. I don't think this raise is great, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like this raise. I don't like his call to this bet too. He has not many hands where he is in front. I mean, when he's raising there, I pretty much don't think you should raise there with a flush draw. Like, that's kind of crazy. Here we have a small stack. Ooh, he goes all in. Yeah, we jam it. yeah, he has king 4. We raised here and I like checking here on this board. And here we raise to 12. No, 14. I think this is a table. This is kind of weird, man. My focus is definitely not sharp, to be honest, so yeah. Oh, okay. So he's raising. The thing is, he does not 3-bet a lot. So, and he is not kinda, he's pretty tight aggressive, so I don't like jamming here. Check, check. And I definitely don't like calling. If we get a bit of a 3-bet dynamic and 4-bet, then maybe you call check check out of position. Here we go to this, and here we check. And the 10 hits the river. Maybe call 20% of the time, because I don't think people bluff on this 10 often. So I fold. Here he's 4-betting. I don't like. I think it's okay to call this sometimes, but not often. Deep would be more okay, but we are not deep versus him, so just folding. Here, just betting 33% standard bet, I would say. And we just barrel kinda small, so he keeps calling. Bad, so we can 3-barrel often enough. And yeah. So here, I think he's betting the 9 often, so we try to check raise him. And it does not happen, so I don't think he folds a 9. So we make it versus the fish like 12. He had nothing. Oh, and this randomizer app, you can get it on the Microsoft Store. Just type in randomizer app and you will find this one. It's pretty pretty cute. You can randomize passwords. I randomize passwords in my brain. If it is really random, who knows if things are really random. And we're hitting pretty great there. Just calling, I don't see a reason to raise him there. Oh, we hit quads, man. And I won't bet here. I wouldn't bet. If he has an overpair, I would just make it like that he is calling easy. This is a great size, I think. I won't do it, make it too big here. If he had... So what would be funny if he would had queens there? He had... Look, he even called 5-5, so... He was a non-believer. Funny. Non-believer. Like, I don't know if you guys watch the series of Joey Ingram, and he watches Daniel Negreanu versus Doug Polk playing heads up, and yeah, Landon is a fellow of Joey Ingram, and he talks like, he likes this line, he likes talking like, yo, he is a non-believer of this move if someone catches the bluff, so yeah. They talk about a line, back up the truck also. I like this line too. So back up the truck means, I don't even really know what it means, but when the pot is big, and let's say, yeah, Doug Polk is making a bet on a big pot, then he's backing up the truck. So let's see, maybe we get to back up the truck in this session a bit more, in a good way, like hopefully not bluffing a stack away, or maybe a great bluff if we can get one. A good situational bluff. I remember we had one bluff here on this table, I think. I don't even really like this bluff, to be honest. He called very... Ooh, I like to throw there a 4-bet in. Against this sizing, it's weird. Like, let's 4-bet 15%, okay, just fold. So, maybe if he is 3-betting us a lot already, we might not 4-bet so often if we think he knows to adjust. So, but we have not really many reads, so yeah, better to 4-bet a great hand, or just call like ace king and do fancy stuff on the flop, maybe like this something, but generally speaking I would 4-bet ace king also. generally speaking. This phrase. It reminds me of a learning video of Krantz, Jay Rosencrantz from thisiscorrect.com. He was a high-stakes player. He's now into virtual reality, I think. And he was saying a lot generally speaking. So he didn't like the line himself, and he questioned it, like why, like what does this even mean generally speaking? Like poker is specific in each situation, how can you say that? He calls in the small blind very loose, just calling there. I think raising is not even that bad, but raising, no, just call. Here I'm inclined to 3-bet this, and here we look is kind of weird. Here we just call and hope he checks on the river, and here we fold. So the check hits him kinda good, you know, like maybe call 15%. And I don't even know if he would bluff on this texture. Yeah, he kind of would bluff often enough, because it's not in our range really. We're just having a check maybe on the turn. Queen 10 we might have, but no. Maybe 15% calling here is even too much. So I started with this randomizer app like 1.5 months ago. Not really using it a lot, not in tournaments, but on cash I started it, and it gave me a bit new perspective on the game, and I like testing new things in poker. So here, when he check raises, we don't like this, but we can call easily. I would say the check raise. I like the call there. Yeah, make it 10. Protecting top 2 pair, and he's raising there, what I think is pretty fine. He might not even, he might have enough overpass here on this board, good to see no bet from his side. Let's make a small bet on the turn. Let's see if he is raising. Because when he's raising, I don't expect him raising him here like 5-6 that often. So we might be he comes up with an 8 a decent amount of the time, I would say. I still think we should value bet here. It might be kinda thin, but it's fine in my opinion. For 7. Okay, here we call. Into limps. Yeah, they like limping. They like limping to nowadays. Like, even Rex like to have a limping strategy in cash. Some, at least. Let's check this twice, but just call here. If he's betting the river, I don't like calling there often. Yeah, his provocating bet on the turn made me think like that, so we'll just fold here. King 9 suited. If he is 3-betting, I would just jam it in his face. Because we don't want to play out of position with this stack to pot when we 4-bet. So just jamming on the 3-bet. Even, and it was a bit weird line. Limping, 3-betting. I think it's fine to jam it in the small blind. And here we check. Might even sometimes betting here. And the king, I don't like to make my hand to a bluff. We block some bluffs from him with the 8. So we try to just check it down, and he hits 6-6. King 8. It's more in his range, and just folding is okay. Let's 3-bet. I don't know much about him. If he looks like if he looks like 3-betting a lot, if we just call, then the 3-bet is definitely better. and I like to put a small value bet inside there. Well, let's just try to check. Yeah, he would have insta-called, I think. He would have, or maybe no, I don't think he would press the check fold button there. I pretty much think he would have insta-called us here. So yeah, the bet, I think the thin value bet there is fine, to be honest. Yeah, we might left some cash on the table. Yeah, we left some cash on the table. We should have backed up the truck. Here we call. Oh, I don't like this call. I thought, yeah, he's pretty tight, so folding would be better. The 4-4 we call. We check. Bluffing. No bluffing. If he's not betting the flop. No, I don't like bluffing there too often. I know some player exists, they on the top, like, or maybe retired. They don't study, and there was one dude, Comic-Con was his name. He played Pillow heads up, and he didn't study the game, and it was pretty much always on the tables, heads up, different sides, and was waiting to play people heads up on the high stakes, and he made like in 5 years 7 millions. The graph looked like 45 degrees to the top right, and he wasn't studying, so but heads up is is where the dynamic is real, so this is one thing. But I believe you can still be great when you focus on different player types, and there are people out on NL100 just looking a lot at stats and adjusting because of that. And we weren't focusing a lot, so we fold here. This spot texture also not, I don't think people bluffing there often. And I'm tired, I have to admit. We call here, and the 3-4 check. Don't do great here and overcuts it. Seven, seven. So I might even call the turn here. But we try to check it down. And he won, I think. Yes, he's green. Yeah, yeah. And we wrap this session up, I would say. Like, let's play 5 minutes more and then I show the graph from this session, just to have track of this recorded sessions. Yeah, checking is fine. It looks very bluffy if we bet here and from our position. So let's check call. Okay. And I don't like making a bluff here. They call like 7-7 often enough. Maybe he's calling even ace-deuce. Oh no. No, maybe I thought there was a deuce. Damn. No clear vision. And he's donking in us. Like to just maybe even raise this turn. But I think his line is kinda strong. So we just call and fold on the river. So he's not, he shows literally no aggression pre-flop. Let's see. His 7 fold. Oh lol, he misclicked the king queen. Or he might lying, but I believe him. Don't think people lie this often. We check here. Let's check twice and maybe overbet the river. Not that big. Like this size. He was, yeah, he bet he betted like $5. Okay, he misclicked. He misclicked. And he would bet range advantage, and if a 10 comes or something like that, we have a nice draw. So he calls 2 streets. We block checks and queens. I don't like bluffing here. He had even the 9 and decided not to raise the turn, which is a good line, I would say. So GG. Let's see. Yeah, we sit out. Okay, let's look at the graph. Of today. So this is the first and the last session. The first and the second. Although what I'm saying is this, the first session and this session. So we add, yeah, bit plus, but of course you can't. 600 hands is nothing. Like, you know this if you play poker. 600 hands is nothing. So yeah, good to see a plus. And why we're not sitting out here. Okay, thank you for watching, and maybe see you next time. Have a nice day, night, morning. I don't know, just have fun in life. See you.